I remember having a moment, and I'm like, I will never rely on one currency ever again.
Come on. Because if you don't understand the shift, you really can't prepare for it. Kishal, you were reaching the US, the UK, and Canada, and other places for years now, before you even looked to relocate physically. When did you first realize that your location was no longer your limit?
I tried to think about this, and I cannot remember the exact time, because as far as I remember, I've always thought of myself as that. I always felt as I was made for more. I think there were a couple of key moments in time where it solidified that belief and that inkling, that calling. In 2013, he posted on my page, and he said, Keisha, one day you're going to be traveling the world and touching millions like I am. Just keep the dream and work hard.
Yes, Mom.
And that was before I even really started to get into the global space, but he saw it before I did. And then 2015, I went to this event in Arizona, 30 global entrepreneurs. And that was, I think, one of the moments that really opened the floodgates, because they were entrepreneurs who were strategically placed and invited to that event. And from there, the relationships were formed. And then I started to get the invitations to London and to Canada and the UK. So those relationships sparked it. And then one more time was 2019. But then I had already, had global connections. I had already began doing things outside of the country. But 2019 was also pivotal for me too. That was Hurricane Dorian. And I remember coming back off our vacation. We take 30-day vacations.
Hear this now, hear this. This man and his wife is taking a 30-day vacation every year. But listen to the conversation, because you may one day be able to do that same thing.
After we had a vacation, Hurricane Dorian came. And all of, this was again prior to COVID, but all of like the business, not all, but quite a lot of my corporate clients locally in the Bahamas started to cancel because, tragedy.
Right.
And I remember having a moment, and I'm like, I will never rely on one currency ever again.
Come on.
Because I knew, like, okay, if the Bahamas is closed, unfortunately due to that tragedy, I want to be able to get money from Canada, Australia, New Zealand, everywhere I could, as long as I can export my skills and my expertise. And so I think that was the last moment in the series of like, okay, this has to be the thing that I do. And from there, the rest is history.
I will never again rely on one currency. I want you to understand what that statement means and where it's going to take us into our conversation this evening.